I, Jessamay Fantinel Idubas, agreed with the saying change is the only constant in this world. Just like the world rather, changes are really evident. Many years had passed. We can see many changes that indeed caused great difference to the world. After centuries of technological progress and advances in national and international cooperation, the world is more connected than ever. And yes, it is because of globalization. What is globalization? Globalization is a word used to describe the growing interdependence of the world's economies, cultures, and populations brought about by cross-border trade in goods and services, technology, and flows of investment, people, and information. Together with the power of the global communication, countries were able to build economic partnership to facilitate these movements over many centuries. Next, let's move on to the characteristics of globalization. First, we have free trade. The second characteristic of globalization is liberalization. The third characteristic of globalization is connectivity. The fourth characteristic of globalization is economic globalization. The fifth characteristic of globalization is cultural globalization. The sixth characteristic of globalization is political globalization. The seventh characteristic of globalization is opportunity. The eighth characteristic of globalization is learning. The last characteristic of globalization is production advantage. And now let's move on to the advantages of globalization. We have access to new cultures, the spread of technology and innovations, lower cost for products, higher standards of living across the globe, access to new markets, access to new talent, international recruiting, and lastly, managing employee migration. Effects of globalization in language use and communication. We can see that because of globalization, it allows languages and cultures from different places spread and dominate around the world. That also leads to extension of other languages and cultures. Because of globalization, the communications becomes fast and easy. That enables everyone to pursue new things and of course discover and explore new opportunities across the world.